probably couldn't hear it because my audio was fucked up. I thought it was just me tripping, or y'all tripping, I should say. But pretty much, I was saying that I like overt racism, and that's not to say that I like racism, because I don't. I think anybody who likes racism or any type of prejudice is a fucking idiot. But I like when people tell me where they stand, whether they're right or wrong. And that's a Malcolm X quote, which I've been quoting all day. But I mean, the way I look at it is like when I'm walking around the grass and the grass is high, I want to see the snakes. I want the grass cut. So not saying that I support this nigga Trump, cause fuck him, but at least the nigga's telling us where he stands. At least he's being a real one and saying, yo, I don't like you. And then I could say to him, you know what, I don't like you too, but let's try to get some work done. Because there's a lot of people who don't like a lot of people. It has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with anything. I'm not saying that race ain't involved, because obviously the nigga's a racist, but like, I don't think he knows he's a racist, to be honest. And this is just talking about Donald Trump. This just coming from the heart. But I was just saying, yo, I like when I can see where you stand, so I could be like, yo, okay, you, Ariel, you're racist? Okay, I'm gonna keep you at a distance, and I'm gonna keep you over there. And then somebody told me, and this is an actual conversation I had earlier. They were like, "Yeah, but the thing is, it's like if somebody calls you a nigger, sand towel head, fucking spick, they call me whatever they want. If they call you in the store, you could beat their ass." And I was like, "Yeah, but the thing is I beat their ass, but then what? Does that solve the problem? Do I beat a racist ass and he just comes out of nowhere and says, you know what? I don't think I'm racist anymore. No, it doesn't work that way. Humans don't work that way. I'm not gonna beat this nigga's ass and he's gonna be like, you know what? I guess I like black people after all. I like these fucking Puerto Ricans. After they beat my ass, I especially like them. It's just not realistic. I'm not saying I'm gonna go up to every white nigga and be like, hey, what up, nigga? I'm not gonna do that. at least at least I know where you stand and we can have dialogue. We can talk to each other. You think whoever's watching this, you don't think that you work with fucking racist white assholes? It's almost impossible to be in the United States and pretty much almost any developed country, but especially the United States. It's almost impossible to not deal with those people. But the easiest and simplest way that I see a cure is, yo, just proving to these niggas that you're not what they think you are. Yo, this dude, his name is Daryl Davis. He was like a jazz musician or some shit. He went to a show, he performed for the dudes, and then the dudes said he ended up sitting in the bar afterwards, and then the dude said, he said, yo, you know what, this is my first time ever having a drink with a black guy. And then he said, you know what, he said, what, why is that? Why is that? And then the dude showed him a little KKK card. So he showed him the little KKK card. And he said, wow, that's crazy. But after having dialogue with him, he converted that nigga into a racist, into a fucking normal, law abiding citizen. I'm not saying I'm going to do that, but I'm just saying it's a thought process. Because beating these niggas' asses is not doing a goddamn thing. Doing whatever the fuck niggas is doing, it's really not doing much. All it's doing is creating more hate and more separation between the races. And it's fucking stupid that I even got to say, oh, between the races. It's fucking stupid. Yo, all the shit I see right now, majority of it is stupid. And I'm not talking about what's going on in Minnesota and all across, the United States. I'm just talking about the way people perceive it. People see looting, for example, and they'll be like, oh, these niggers are crazy automatically. People are so focused on the looting that they don't even know why they were looting and rioting to begin with. And on top of that, you got to take into consideration, because I don't think people understand the concept of being poor. When you are poor, nigga, you are hungry. And I don't mean hungry in the sense of like, nigga, my stomach's rumbling. I just mean like you want more. And so think about putting poor people in a quarantine where they can't make a living to the self. They haven't received their $1,200 check that the United States gives people, I guess. What do you think they're gonna do in the times of riot? I mean, not saying that that was their main objective, because obviously there was some underlying issues behind what they wanted to do. But I'm saying, I mean, I'm not. I mean, right now I'm pretty good right now. But if I didn't have that much money, what you think you're gonna do? But it's easy for people. Oh, these fucking niggers are going all over the place and fucking looting and stealing shit. It's just like, yo, you have no idea what these motherfuckers are going through. You have no idea. Yo, I'm telling you this true. If somebody killed my brother, I'm gonna kill them. I mean, I'm not gonna say that because that's just incriminating myself if it does happen. But that's the first impulse that's gonna come to my head. Same thing as a nigga calling me a spick in the fucking CVS. If he calls me a spick in CVS, my first impulse is gonna be like, I'm gonna beat this nigga's ass. Not saying I should do it because I feel like there's another way. And don't get me wrong, I'm not no peace loving. I'm a hug a tree ass nigga. I just know that there's so many nuances and so many things that's going on to have led that shit to go. So the way that a lot of people do things in the United States, especially, is we treat the symptoms. We don't treat the cause to what led to the symptoms. So if we see a racist, we just see a racist and we be like, I'm gonna beat that nigga's ass. I'm gonna give him his pill today. We don't look at like, why is that nigga racist? Cause honestly, man, to be a racist, to be prejudiced in any type of way, that shit's a fucking mental health thing. It's just, there's no way I could look at a Chinese nigga like, you know what? Like, I think I'm gonna punch this nigga today because, you know, I'm a big follower in Genghis Khan, and Genghis Khan fucked up, you know, good parts of the world that I have ethnic fucking lineage to. It's like I'm just not gonna do that. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff. Well, anyways, man, I'm like really just ranting because I had a lot of shit written down because I've been getting in conversation with people all day. But pretty much, all right. I just want to say this. I wish there was more people watching, but I want to say. I want to say just my thoughts. What, you know, what I've been seeing all day. I've been talking. I must have spoken to like 50 different people today about what's going on. Because this is something that I hold dear to my heart. Like I said, one of my heroes is Malcolm X. I'm probably gonna change my last name Shabazz, which is his last name. And yo, man, it's crazy. All right, let me see what I got written down. Oh, so check this out. You know the shit that happened with that Amy Cooper bitch? I'm pretty sure that was her name. I might be bugging, but the Amy Cooper bitch, she said, she'd be like, oh, if fucking, she said, I'm calling the cops on you and you're done. I'm gonna say this African American man is harassing me. And then I thought to myself in my head, I was like, yo, everybody just said fuck this bitch, but they didn't look like they didn't read, you know, between the lines or whatever. They just said fuck this bitch, and in my head I said, yeah, fuck this bitch. But the entitlement she had when she said that shit is what really fucking killed me. Because if somebody said that shit to me, I know no matter whether if I'm right, wrong, left, up, down, it doesn't matter where I was at, I know my ass is going to jail. So I'll tell you this, for whoever, I've been arrested more than 20 times and I have a clean criminal record. So what does that tell you? That tells you all the times I've been arrested been fucking bullshit. That's really what it says. It doesn't mean I got a fucking good lawyer, nigga. I'm broke. Like, I don't got no fucking good lawyer. Fuck out of here. Fuck, man. And a lot of stuff's going on, especially in this quarantine shit, that really sticking to me. It's really sticking to me, and I know I'm not the only one, because whatever's happening to me, chances are it's happening to somebody else. But when they shot that nigga, and I stopped watching those videos years ago, because I knew it was going to get my blood pressure high, and I was going to die of a fucking heart attack. But when they shot that nigga in Georgia, my nigga, and he was just walking around, and you just see him falling on the floor. I don't know why I watched that. It fucking broke my heart because I was like, yo, I jog all the time. I'm not saying I'm black. I'm not saying nothing like that. But I'm just saying, damn, nigga, imagine if you just go out for a jog and you just having a good time, or trying to take care of your health, whatever. And bam, some two random niggas on a pickup truck just shoot your ass. It's fucking disgusting. A lot of people seeing it now that they locked up in the house and they're paying attention and they got nothing to lose. That's why niggas is out there looting. Niggas is out there fucking rioting and shit. Niggas is out there protesting because they feel like a necessity because they're actually seeing what's going on. They're not just sitting, you know, like, oh, well, I got to go to work on Monday. No, you don't got to go to work on Monday. So now you're more attentive to what's going on in the actual world and what's been going on since fucking forever, nigga. Like, what the fuck? I just said my hero's Malcolm X, nigga. He died in 1965, and if you watch the Ballad of the Bullet, nigga, he's saying shit that's happening right now. I was like, fucking, whatever. Many years later, this shit is ridiculous. Anyways, man. Ah, man. And I can't believe I watched that video with that George Floyd dude. Like, that shit killed me. What killed me was not the fact. Nah, I'm not even gonna lie. It just killed me overall. Cause the thing is, what really stuck to me. So I pay attention to people a lot, and what really stuck to me was how, like, he made eye contact. He looked at the people who were recording him as he had probably his 200 plus pounds rested on the back of his neck. And if you look at the man's face, he showed no remorse, no mercy, no, like, it was as if he was fucking kneeling on cement. He did not see anything wrong with what he was doing. And it sucks, man, because I have a lot of cases against police officers. I mean, whoever's watching this video might know me and might know that a lot of these situations I'm talking about, I'm not lying. Like, I have a history. But I would tell you one thing, yo, I swear to God, I would have not been able to see that transpire. I'm not saying motherfuckers to go out there and do whatever they're gonna do to fucking police officers, but I'm saying, man, don't let that shit happen. If had their knee on the back of my neck and I was close to dying, I would hope, if there is a God out there, I would hope, God, please send anybody. I don't care if it's some little skinny Dominican girl from down the street who's 11 years old. I don't care if you send her. Send somebody to stop this nigga from putting his knee on the back of my neck. Cause that's just some stupid shit, nigga. You got trained to protect and serve, nigga. You ain't serving shit, nigga. And then it took forever to fucking get the shit. Oh, man, you just, I don't know, man. There should be consequences. No matter who you are, there should be consequences. It doesn't matter. Nobody's better than somebody else. Just because you have a uniform on does not make you better than the next person. Just because we all go into the grave. We all go in the same way. You know, it doesn't matter if you live to 80 or 90. You both going to the same place. Where that place is, I don't know. But just stop. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I had a couple things written down. Because honestly, to be honest, and this aside from the writing, I had a friend who, I think he changed his mind now, but he was agreeing with Trump. And I don't know if people are aware of what Trump said, but what Trump said was, hey, um, if they start acting up, shoot them niggas. I don't think it was an actual order that was pushed, but that was his mindset. And eventually he could actually make that a reality. But the thing is, it's like, okay, you gonna open fire and shoot niggas, okay? But it's like, think if you open that door, even if it's for some crazy motherfuckers who just looting and pillaging a random store, you gotta open that door for anything. That means they can come in whenever they want, however they want, and they won't have any backing on what they're, you know, gonna do. They'd be like, oh well, these niggas just peacefully protest. There was no drama, but we just start shooting at people. A lot of people think because it's the United States that those stuff aren't possible, but it's definitely 100% without a doubt possible. Those other people in other countries, I don't think we look at them with like they're human beings, but those are human beings. They have families, they have places to go, they have people to feed. That's why you see all these cops all callado, all quiet about what they're doing. They're quiet because they don't have a choice. They be like, but shit, I got a wife and 3 kids. It's like I have no choice but to stay shut, even if I know that this guy's an asshole. And it sucks because that puts you in a dependent situation where you're dependent on the police department, on the government to do these things. And then think about this. Think about you say, fuck the police department. Okay, cool. Boom, you're fired. You got no job. Okay, that's cool. I'll take no job. But on top of that, you think those same police officers are not going to, hold some type of vengeance, some type of animosity towards you? Of course they can. Let's be real. Let's be real. This shit is real. This is the United States. My mom just got on right now. She knows I've been arrested more times, and that's just on her watch. Like, without her watch, it was shit. Don't even get me started. All right, let's see what else I could talk about. Because I got a couple things. Like I said, I've been talking to a lot of different people about a lot of different things. You know, pretty much most people that I see online, at least, they fake caring. And I'm gonna say fake caring. I mean, a lot of people can watch this and be like, "Yeah, I care." No, you don't care. You don't care about niggas rape and pillage some shit. If it's not you, if that's the case, you should be caring about what's going on in Myanmar right now. You should be caring about what's going on in Palestine, what's happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo. You should be caring about things all across the board, not just like, "Oh, I care about them niggas in Minnesota, but I don't care about those." It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't care about nothing. Kiss my ass. A lot of people fake caring. I hate that shit. I hate fake caring more than anything in the world because you could tell they just like, well, I'm gonna post this shit. I'm gonna get a couple likes and I'm gonna say that looting's bad. And it's just like, yo, you don't understand the pain and the anger that a lot of these people are going through. A lot of these people are hurt. A lot of, yo, including myself, I'm hurt. If I told you what I used to think, like you could say 10 years ago, you wouldn't believe, I'm talking to you guys as clearly as I am right now, because there's a lot of hate in my heart, especially towards, that type of discrimination, because I've been dealing with discrimination my whole life. I'm not even gonna say my real name, but if I say my real name, it's fucking terrible, and the people watching this, it's fucking bad. And then on top of that, I'm a spick. I was like, oh my god. And then I even got the locks. Now they look at me and they be like, oh shit, if this nigga was one shade darker, he's a nigga. And I'd be like, yo, are you serious? Are those really terms that we're using in 2020? Is this like a real thing that you saying, oh, you nigga this, you spick that? I was like, niggas gotta grow the fuck up. But I'm not saying, like I said, yo, dialogue. That's what we need. We need dialogue. We need truth and reconciliation. We need to figure out what's going on, because this shit that we're going through right now, it's not working. And I don't think it's ever going to work. But, I mean, it's a little bit controversial. And you best believe I'm I'm gonna get stopped by Homeland Security when I end up going to the States again, if I ever do. But violence, it might be the remedy, because I actually wrote down a list, and I'm fill y'all in on the list right now. I just started off. I just said what should you do, or what should we do? I'm gonna put myself in y'all situation. What should we do? We already know what we shouldn't do. We we shouldn't kneel for the national anthem, whatever the fuck that means. We shouldn't protest, because protest, it's nothing. We shouldn't riot because we're just a bunch of angry niggas. Um, we shouldn't loot, obviously, because we're taking the money from all these small town business owners, which I don't quite, believe when I see people looting in Target. Obviously, there's outliers, but there's outliers in everything. Um, so it's just honest question: what should we do? Because shooting niggas, it's not gonna be the problem. Because you shoot my brother, I'm coming right back at you. You shoot, my sister, my mother, I'm coming right back at you. You shoot, my close friend, I'm coming right back at you. And that's how things started. That's how things started in a lot of places in the world, especially the Middle East. So what you think is gonna happen? You think the United States is some pussies? You think with the right to bear arms is some pussies? Like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, shit is crazy. But anyways, I think I think one big thing that a lot of people gotta do, or the country gotta do, is we gotta have more accountability for the things that we do, because this, the United States, it's for the most part a free nation. So you gotta you gotta deal with that freedom in its entirety, and by that I mean, if people start doing things like they're doing right now, and let's say people start agreeing and say, okay, well, we're gonna shoot the people who are rioting, and it's like, between every riot, and I kind of studied this a little bit. There's always some people not doing anything; they just happen to be in the environment. So you're gonna kill the innocent along with the bad, and then on top of that, you're gonna give people. It's kind of like, I said this earlier. It's like the story with Superman. Superman never kills anybody, but Superman never kills anybody just because once Superman gets that taste of blood, that taste of death, that taste of murder, he doesn't stop killing people. And I'm not saying that the United States is like Superman, that if it starts it's gonna keep going, but I'm saying it could happen. It could get to the point where things get bad, especially when you're talking about a free nation. Doesn't matter if it's England, doesn't matter if it's the United States, doesn't matter. Any free nation is gonna deal with their problems, but you gotta deal with your problems civil, because that's what separates, I want to say, the Western world with somewhere else. Because, I mean, try saying that shit in Egypt. Try saying fuck Trump in Egypt, or fuck, the president now, whatever his name is. Try saying, good luck. Good luck, my nigga. So that freedom of speech, that's something that we gotta take. I don't care, yo. Like I said earlier, call me a nigga, call me a spick, call me a towelhead, call me whatever you want. But not saying there's not gonna be consequences for your actions. It's just saying I want to be able. I don't want you to be callado. I don't want you to be shut. Show me who you are. Show me you're a fucking snake. All right, let's see what else I got written down on my notes. Because I've been thinking about this shit all day. This shit was close to my heart about 5 years ago. I never got in any community because I don't really believe in some of the communities. But the main thing that I'm going to say, I'm talking about the community real fast because I got a couple people watching from that, you could say Black Lives Matter community, Black Panthers, anything like that is the only thing. It needs a face. And I'm not saying it needs, maybe, I don't want to say one person look to, but we need to look at one people, because there's so many denominations and so many different things that people cannot look at them and be like, they're for my best interest, because you might nitpick what you agree with, or you might wholeheartedly agree with what they're saying. We should be able to have discussions about what we could do and what we should do. It should never be no monolithic way of thinking like, oh well, I'm gonna just follow this guy because this is what it is. I've seen people get protested that had everybody's best interest in mind, but for some reason the media projected them as some fucking assholes. And that's the media's job at the end of the day. The media's job is just to, you know, show that people are fucking assholes. All right, man. All right, let's see what else I got. Oh, one big thing I wanted to say, because I got a couple of my white companions, Danny Seidel. I know I had another one. I seen Jonathan Taylor on the last one, Rick Reed, Tyler Moore. I mean, I don't even like saying white, black, this, and that, but the thing is, it's a reality of what's going on. And I think to call people, you know, racist automatically, it's just kind of stupid. Like, it's really stupid. It's a really simple way of thinking. Because I'll tell you this. I mean, and a lot of people gonna follow me for this, but there's a lot of motherfuckers out there who I'm real close with, I'm real cool with, and they told me openly, the Trump supporters, and I'll just be like, all right, whatever, difference in politics, difference in opinions, I don't care, because it's not like I'm a whoever ran against Trump fan like Hillary, like I don't give a fuck about her. It's just no, that's just not what it is. So for somebody to be a Trump supporter and you call them racist is just fucking stupid. So what, is Kanye West a racist? It, it's the fuck up. Like, nigga, if I say I voted for Trump, it's so embedded in the system that people don't even realize. Most racists in the United States don't even know they're racist. They're just going through the motions, thinking that they're, good citizens. They'd be like, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. My neighbor's black. And be like, all right, but that doesn't mean you're not a fucking racist, you fucking piece of shit. A lot of people don't understand the concept, white privilege. And I fucking hate that word, nigga. Because I consider myself privileged. I consider myself fucking brown dreadhead privilege. Whatever the fuck you want to call me. I consider myself privileged. So I hate saying white privilege because it just kind of singles them out, makes me feel like I'm making them feel special. And I don't like doing that. And it's just, a lot of people don't understand. But okay, so let me give you an example of a typical post. oh, I don't know, I never experienced. Where's this white privilege that all of you guys are talking about? I've never seen it, and this comes from a white man, obviously, because no sane brother would say this shit. Um, and then the other side of it's like, oh well, you fuck you nigga, you're fucking racist, and it's just like, yo, you ever tried having a conversation with that dickhead that didn't understand that, white privilege was a thing? You never thought about breaking down the fundamentals on why exactly he is privileged in that type of way? Like, it never crossed your mind. I had the discussion with my friend earlier, and he was on the other side. He was like, he was on the shoot them niggas um, side on Trump. Like, yeah, just fucking shoot them. They're rioting, shoot them. He was on that side. By the end of it, maybe you could say 3 hours later when we finished our discussion and then, we had our dialogue, he said, yo, that changed my perspective on everything. That's what we should want. We should want people to change their perspectives. We should not be shitting on niggas and just be like, oh, fuck you, nigga, because that's just impulsive street nigga hood shit. And that hood shit ain't getting you far. That hood shit ain't getting you nowhere. It's just gonna get you fucking in jail, nigga. That's probably the best thing it's gonna do. And I know you feel me. I know my nigga Michael's freaking, you watching right now. I seen you. But we gotta stop, nigga. That's why motherfuckers is down. That's why we down. You wanna know the difference between white niggas and black niggas? And this ain't even to create a separation, but the separation's here. It's a reality of what's going on right now. You wanna know the difference? One the French, the Belgians, the Dutch, um, France, and the English went to divide Africa. And there was a couple other groups, but let's just keep it there. When they went to divide Africa, they said, you know what, France, I'm gonna take Libya, I'm gonna take Algeria, Tunisia, I'm gonna take Morocco, I'm gonna take the Western Sahara, and I'm also gonna take Senegal. I'm gonna take let's say Nigeria, whatever. I can't really remember. The Nigeria's off. That was by the English. But anyways, the English said, okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna take Egypt. I'm gonna take Sudan. I'm gonna take Kenya. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Zimbabwe. And they actually had a dialogue about this shit. These Europeans actually had a dialogue talking about what they're gonna do with countries, where they're gonna draw the lines out, and where they're gonna put these countries and separate these ethnicities and these racial groups, even though they were all behind that denomination of African. And we're out here, separating people in all the wrong ways. But we can't even have dialogue. You can't talk like, okay, let me bring this back. Malcolm X, my hero. He could actually sit down and have a conversation with Martin Luther King. I have confidence that he could have sat down with Rosa Parks. He could have sat down with Marcus Garvey. He could have sat down with freaking Huey Newton. He could have sat down with all these people. Now we can't even sit down with one another. Because if I say this shit right now, and if you watch this video in its entirety, a lot of people gonna castrate me if they actually listen. But most people don't listen to because this video is more than 60 seconds. It's just, I don't know. It's just we can't talk no more, and this shit is sad. There's so much hatred. We can't sit down and talk. And like I said before, I think our freedom is at risk. And it's sad. It's unfortunate, but we take for granted what we have until it's gone. And when it's gone, it's not gonna be as easy to get back. Shit, it might never come back. Well, once they say you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't peacefully protest, you can't do anything like that. Once they open those doors, it's gonna be hard to close it. Shit, if ever, it's sad. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I get a little bit. I get a little bit emotional on these things because, I mean, it's the world we live in, and I hold this stuff dearly to me. Like, it's not like I'm just saying this to fucking get some stupid likes, because obviously I don't think anybody liked this shit as of now. And even if they did, you know, shout out to you, but really, I don't I don't know what to say. Like I say, let me just go through my notes, because I only got a little bit longer, and I know that people are getting bored with me. But let's see. Shit, I think I'm pretty much done. I got a couple other things, but I really this just kind of killed my motivation. It killed everything I really wanted to say. But all right, anybody who's ever watching me, yo, if you ever need me, or if you even want to have a dialogue, even if you start the conversation saying, yo, you dirty Puerto Rican Arab African nigga, if you want to start the conversation like that, I'm gonna respect you. Nah, I'm not gonna respect you, but I'm gonna at least, you know, entertain you. I'm gonna at least see where your viewpoint comes from. I'm not just gonna vilify you off rip. I'm gonna have this dialogue. But if you wanna have, if you wanna chop it up, you wanna talk about this, I'm gonna start a podcast soon, and hopefully, you know, wake up some people's minds, and and really, just whatever, whoever wants to watch this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say one more thing, and this is just my hopes that I don't think it could happen if, you know, hopefully the right mind gets sparked, or the person who really wants to, you know, motivate themselves and push themselves towards this. But there's only one more story that I always held dearly to me that I'm gonna say, and it's real fast because I started off with a story, I'm ending with a story. And that's there was a thing, a black dude got beat up. I think this New York City is Harlem, and this back, like I said, Malcolm X Day, so we say 1962 more or less. And black dude, his name was Brother Johnson. I don't know his real name. He got his ass fucking beat. They beat his fucking ass. They beat the shit out of him, like to the point where, you know, when they said the nigga was gonna live, they was like, "Oh shit, for real, word." And they were like, "All right, cool." So the police beat his ass. They threw his ass in the precinct and just let him. Somebody came running to Malcolm. Malcolm. Brother Johnson got fucking his ass beat and blah blah blah. This is and that. So Malcolm took a pause. Malcolm just paused and said, and then as he's in the pause, just thinking like a smart man would, people started yelling, all different, you know, religions, you could say, because Malcolm X was primarily known as a Muslim. So you see all these other people. Oh, what you gonna do? Oh, you only gonna do something cause when it happens to your Muslim guys, and you're not gonna do anything cause he's not Muslim and he's not one of your people. What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing. Oh man, I thought you was here for black people, not just yourself. And Malcolm thought and said, you know what? He organized a group of people and he went over there. So he marched with, let me say, a hundred brothers, all well dressed, suit and little bow tie brothers in the hats and everything, and they all marched in a single file line. And they all went to the precinct, all walking one by one. All the people around said, "Yo, like, yo, what's going on? What's Malcolm doing?" They'd be like, "Yo, he's going to the precinct to see what happened to Brother Johnson." He started walking, got to the precinct. He was like, he said, "What are you doing, all these people?" That's what the police chief came out and said. He said, "What are all these people doing here? Get them out of here." He said, "We're not going to leave until we know Brother Johnson is right." And all these people, single file line, well dressed, just black men, just ready for whatever's going to happen. And so the police chief, he went inside, what's going on with Brother Johnson, this, and that. It had to take a doctor to go inside and check on him. The doctor came out, and the doctor was a black dude too. The doctor came out and said, he said, "Brother Johnson is gonna make it. He's in bad shape, but Brother Johnson is gonna make it." And then police chief said to Malcolm X, he said, "All right, now get your crowd out of here. Get your crowd out of here." Malcolm X didn't argue with him, kept his composure, and he said, and when he went like that and made that signal, everybody started walking in a single file line and just walked the fuck away, and all went. And then all in the background, somebody said, "Wow, now that's power." And basically, the only thing, moral of the story is, organization and basically intelligence is power. Got to smarten up, especially when they already looking at us like some dumb niggas. I read one more thing. I'll leave y'all with this quote, and then I'm out. They said if you want to hide a secret from a black dude, and that goes for minorities, that goes for spics, Asians, chinks, whatever the fuck you want to say for any dumb nigga. It said if you want to hide the secret from a black person, hide it in a book. And that's true. That goes for me too. Well, I'm a little bit of an exception. But anyways, we don't read, we don't educate ourselves, we don't do shit but fucking bitch at one another. That's all we fucking doing. Bye, man.